I think instead of talking about his time being limited, he just lived as much as he could.
You always wonder what presidents and first ladies are really thinking when they're in the White House.
How we know.
And then when they step out of the White House, we learn what they've really been thinking.
Yes.
Yeah. Sully was just sitting at rest.
I think we're both heartbroken. We, of course, expected our grandfather to pass away soon. He was 94, and yet it came as such a shock, and we miss him already.
Jenna, over the years that I've known you, you could barely speak of your grandparents without a tear. How are you doing?
Well, we love them. I mean, I think the tears came from joy. They gave us such unconditional love. I was looking through old pictures, and it amazes me that even though he had the weight of the world on his shoulders, we really never thought of him as anything besides our grandpa.
Do you feel the love and respect that is being poured out for him this week?
Absolutely. I'm shocked by how many people have some memory of meeting him somewhere and how they found him funny or how loving he was or how personable he was. And that's a really wonderful gift to us, is that we get to hear all these other people's stories and how he touched their lives as well.
How's your dad doing?
He's okay. I think he gets a lot of peace knowing that my grandfather is with our grandmother and that he was looking forward to being reunited with her. And so I think that that brings him peace.
How can you tell a man as giant as our grandpa was how much you love him? It's a tall order, and I think it's going to be difficult. One of my favorite memories were my little girls singing Jesus Loves Me and watching my grandpa sing it. And every day, Mila and Poppy would say, let's go give Great Gampy a hug. When he passed away, and I said to Henry, and I didn't think she could hear me, like, I just can't believe this is happening right before Christmas. And Mila said, well, of course it's happening right before Christmas. Gampy had to get to Ganny so they could decorate their Christmas tree. And I thought, you know, from the mouth of babes, because they had never spent a Christmas apart in their whole 73 years, 74 years. So of course he wanted to be there. And she probably was like, come on, time to come home.
Michelle Obama like we've never seen her before.
Oftentimes it's not equal, and you feel a bit resentful about it. And so then it's time to go to marriage counseling.
The former First Lady quite candid in speaking her mind, shocking a sold-out arena in Brooklyn during a tour stop for her memoir, Becoming.
Sometimes that stuff doesn't work.
Using an expletive to talk about the unreasonable pressures facing women, reportedly saying, that whole so you can have it all? Nope, not at the same time. That's a lie, and it's not always enough to lean in, because that doesn't work all the time. The crowd erupted in applause. Moments after, the First Lady composed herself, saying she forgot where she was for a moment.
I'm back now.
Fans took to social media, one commenting, I love it. She can say whatever she wants now. Finally. The former First Lady continuing to speak frankly in London.
I always ask myself, am I good enough?
And revealing that she has her own self-doubts.
I still feel that at some level I have something to prove because of the color of my skin, because of the shape of my body, because of who knows how people are judging me.
Fans can't wait to see more of the First Lady. Authentic, real, and becoming more herself.
Few things compare to the loyalty of a dog. The unconditional love, tenderness, and companionship is second to none. George H.W. Bush had Sully. His service dog of just 6 months was faithful until the very end, laying beside Bush's casket in this touching photo seen by millions.
Sully was just sitting at rest and performing really the last service by keeping President Bush company on that last night in Houston.
Sully and the former president together shared a life of service. Bush, a former Navy pilot who was shot down over the Pacific in 1944. And Sully, a service dog with America's Vet Dogs, which places dogs with veterans.
The former president took his leave of the world in the company of a faithful dog who will now go on, as his master did, and continue to serve.
Sully helped the former president with everyday tasks.
Sully was trained specifically to help Bush open doors. He was trained to summon for help in an emergency type situation, and he was trained to retrieve drop items, which is very helpful when you're a wheelchair user.
George W. Bush posting on Instagram, "As much as our family is going to miss this dog, we're comforted to know he'll bring the same joy to his new home, Walter Reed, that he brought to 41.